Hello, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. Welcome to Posh Pit. How's everybody doing? Let me go. See if I can find the chat. I hope everybody had a productive day. I know I'm starting a little bit early, but I was just sitting here and I thought, well, might as well, right? Why wait for the excitement? So let's see. Hey, Shantae. There's Tesla. And there's Maggie Doodle. We were just sitting here waiting for you. Wow. What's the chances of that? I don't know who's coming on tonight. Because Carol messaged me and said that she wasn't going to make it on. So, I put the link over in the chat, in the daily hustle chat. So we'll see if anybody else comes on. I haven't been notified that anybody else wants to come on, but that's okay. It's all good. So, uh, I've been working today. Okay, so let me tell you this one thing. So I went into my room, my inventory room number 1, went in there, and my sturdy steel shelf was like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. um, so I had to fix that. And it was weird because like the bottom part was okay, but it was like the top 3 shelves, and it was just loose. I don't know what was going on. And I couldn't figure it out without, it was something in the structure. So I thought, well, I'm just going to have to, I took it apart. Hey, Mike. Hey, Beth. Hope you're having a good day. So I took it all apart. I left the 2 bottom shelves. 2 bottom? Yeah, the 2 bottom. And and, and when I took everything apart, like down to that level, it was fine. I moved it around thinking maybe that would kind of help, and it seemed to have. I moved it over a little bit closer to the wall, on the side. So, so with that, I thought, well, and they do say in the video that you should, the more that you build on top of it, the more it'll stabilize. So, and that's what I thought I did last time, but I don't know what happened. It got jostled or something. Also, I will say, and I fixed this problem. So I had my heaviest items on the top, and then so I when I got everything fixed, then I put my heaviest items on the bottom, kind of flip-flopped it, and it's definitely a lot sturdier now. So I'm not sure what exactly went on. I couldn't find any things that, of the little rivets that had popped out, or anything like that. So I just went down to the second shelf and then built it up again. Ringo, Elvis, was that you? You guys settle down. Um, so I just built it up again, and it was a lot sturdier um, now, the second time. So hopefully that'll do the trick. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. I put everything back on the shelves, put the jeans on the bottom 2 shelves. So, I mean, it very well could have been that, the top shelves with the jeans that might have been too heavy, but it should be able to hold it. So I'm not sure. But anyway, I got it fixed. Got everything back on there, and um, so I've been working on my list. That's probably very scary, right? I got a lot. I felt like I got stuff done, but I have a lot of listing I got to get done. Um, so I need to, as soon as the show's over, I'm gonna have to get on it and get busy. Um, Hi Kelly. I don't know that have I seen you here before? I think I've seen you here before. And there's Dwayne and Thelma Thrift. And there's Tim. Thanks, guys, for popping in and saying hi, hanging out. So that's kind of what I was doing. Well, I've been working since 3 on listings. That's the only bad thing about, um, having the show at night. I love to do it, but it kind of doesn't go in with my listing from 3 to 11. So kind of puts a kink in it, but that's okay. It's an hour, and I can use a break, So that's kind of the way I look at it. There is Queen City Picker Tom and Valerie, Texas Val. Any sales on Posh this week? I had 2. I had a pair of shorts and a pair of they're like capri pants. So yeah, those 2. I shipped out 25 this morning. And I think I've got 3, and the 25 was the 2 with Posh, and then the 22 with eBay. And then I have a few more that haven't paid yet, so I got a few going out tomorrow. So it hasn't been great, but I haven't been working it, and so I've been trying to do some shares today, share my closet. Trying to get out there a little bit more. I cross-listed a bunch of stuff on from eBay over to Posh. So I've got some new items over there. Actually, no, that was on eBay. I sold a soft surroundings over on eBay that was also posted on Posh. So, but that's the thing, is you never know. Like I thought today was going to be and it has been a very good day. I mean, for me, it has been pretty good, but it's so hard to do both. Yeah, like Val says, I had a couple of Posh sales, but the same. I haven't been working it much either. Been showing my eBay more love than my Posh. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to even it out. So, um, and when I definitely list on eBay first, and then after I'm done listing, or I might take a little break and do some cross posting. But I know, Maggie, you said that your jeans have been selling. There's Karen at the beach. I wish I was at the beach. That sounds so good. So, but yeah. So I've just been trying to do that. I'm trying not to. Well, this kind of been one of my things that I've done since I started Posh. Was I try not to put everything on that I list on eBay. Try not to put that all over onto Poshmark. I try to, stick with my better items my more high dollar items. Um, and I know a lot of people have different. Hey, Thrifty Dad, David, how you doing? Um, so just trying to do that. I don't cross post everything, and it's just kind of the way that I do it. And whatever way you do it, that's fine as long as it's working. Um, so yeah, I got it's horrible to say. I think I got two things listed so far live. And that's just, I get sidetracked with messages and, phone calls, which I really don't get a whole lot of phone calls. I just get sidetracked. And then, so I've got this Sling TV so I can watch my um, Walking Dead. So it has all these other channels. And I like smut. I don't know if it'd be smut, but I like drama TV. I have no drama in my life. I do not wish to have any drama in my life, but I like to watch drama. So I like to watch the Real Housewives, blah 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 of Orange County, whatever it is. So I kind of had that running in the background, and I think that actually got me distracted too. Um, Usually I just put some music on and I'm good to go, but since I started going digging around, I found that and I was like, "Oh, yeah. You like smut?" That's not smut. That's trash TV. No, it's not, Tom. No, it's not. I like that stuff. I'm a big Teen Mom 2 fan. I love that show. Um, Probably a lot of shows that men do not like, but I'm glad because midgets. Oh yeah, the little people. I like the little couple. They've got there's quite a few trash TV would be more like Jerry Springer. You know what? And I don't like Jerry Springer. I don't like any of those like Maury and I don't like that like talk shows. But I like the real. Um, it's not real, but I mean it kind of is. But you know, reality, reality TV is more like scripted reality TV. Exactly. So I like them. I enjoy them. I don't, sit down and watch that stuff while I'm just with a box of bonbons or whatever. I don't do that, but I'll have it playing in the background, and they'll get to a kind of a spicy part or something, and I'll click over there and see what's going on. So I think that I did definitely get distracted. So I might not be able to do that no more. Yeah, I can't stand Jerry Slinger. I never have been a fan of his. I mean, he's got some funny shows and everything, but it's just not my cup of tea. YouTube is the new TV. It's so true. So very true. I watch Survivor and we have a pool going with that show. Yeah, I used to like Survivor, but so I was doing that and yeah, I I can't put that on anymore. I met the new girl on Teen Mom OG while I was out visiting my daughter in California. Her name is Cheyenne. Super nice girl. Now I'm watching Teen Mom OG. Yeah. My daughter likes Teen. I think it's Teen Mom OG is what she likes, but I like the Teen Mom too. Um, I don't know. I don't know why, but I do. It used to drive Mike crazy. So whenever I turn those on, he'd go to the bedroom and watch his TV, watch his smut. which was like usually wrestling or um, WW whatever it is, and all that stuff. So that's cool. Summer, I haven't seen you in here forever. Well, at least for the last couple of days. Um, so Poshmark, um, I haven't gotten any further details. I'm sure that you guys have seen some of the insight on the um, what do you call it, uh, the international and all that international sales and everything through Canada. And that's cool. I think that it's going to definitely open up a lot of customers for us. And I'm sure it's going to take them, a little bit to get that up and running. But I think that's awesome. That's something that I actually did on. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm trying it out to see how it works. Um, so I put on my eBay account and my new listings. I've been putting. I'll do GSP, but down below I will do international shipping for Canada only. Um, I don't know. I don't know how it'll work. It's not on everything, but it's just on a few items so far. And I'm going to try it out and see how it works. So if somebody from Canada goes on there and says, "Oh, GSP," and says, "Oh, look, she does international shipping to Canada." Ooh, I might have to buy from her. I don't know. It's worth a try, right? Because my international sales have been like in the toilet for some reason. I think I got one in the last. I think I got one before I left. So, hello, Nikki. Maggie Doodle says Dwayne says at Maggie Doodle, my favorite is chopped. Yeah, I like chopped. I don't know. I'm gonna see. That was something that another thing that Sally had brought up was that had started putting with her first class items. She's also putting expedited or priority shipping also as an option. So if somebody wants it, like usually with first class, my packages usually get there no less than usually 3 days, 3 to 4 days. Um, so I don't know about that, but I mean, if they needed it in 2 days or whatever, I guess that would be an option. Um, I'm just kind of trying one little thing at a time. Um, One tip I heard from Posh Fest is to do your offers to likers on Fridays because that's payday. Hmm, I like that. I do like that. That's a good idea. Um, Remember you can't do expedited on what? No, this is what I'm doing on this is something that I'm doing on eBay actually, Nikki. Um so I know we're not talking about eBay, but I had to put that in there. Um yeah. Are you talking priority is that what I'm looking at is priority for because Sally had said that she had added priority shipping um to some of her offers or to some of her listings. Just so if they wanted it a little bit quicker, they could do that. I remember your post office told you they don't expedite. Yeah, they don't. It's not overnight. Which actually, when they do like express, it's actually not overnight. So if you need something overnight, then you probably should go like FedEx or something like that, or UPS. Because the express is not overnight. The express is 1 or 2 days. So, if it's that way, you might want to um, rethink that. It might be just they might just be better off just getting it priority and you shipping it. Let's see. Hi, Misha. Oh, cha-ching. I sold something I listed during the challenge yesterday. Well, good. That's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. Well, I guess nobody's going to come on with me, so guess you get all of me. Um, so yeah, I mean there's a lot of great things that are going to be happening with Poshmark over the upcoming months. So that'll be good. The drafts, that'll be good. I don't know. I'm kind of used to, the way with Poshmark, I'm sure that I'll like it better with the drafts, but um I'm okay with it now, because I really don't list there unless I'm cross listing. So it really is okay if it's, if that's not an option. So but definitely I've been kind of re-looking at my just how I've got the um my pricing. What are the fees on Posh? I don't remember. It's if it's under 15%, no, if it's under $15, they charge you $2.95. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. And then on they're a flat 20%. But isn't it if it's under $15? Is it under 15 or under 10? I think it's under 15. If it's under 15, then they charge you $2.95. Right. Right. So otherwise it's 20%. Um like listing fees, final value fees, not exact amounts. Yeah. So, it's and then that doesn't go to PayPal. That goes to your bank account, which I like. I actually like I've been trying to save up on there and just kind of use my money as, if I need to order something, if I want to order, clothing or shoes or whatever, I can do that. So I'm just kind of letting my balance kind of build up a little bit, and as a little savings account, because I feel like if it goes into my checking account, then it's just gonna, you know, kind of just melt in with everybody, all the other money, and you know, I mean, with this way, it kind of makes you feel like you've accomplished something, and you can do something with that money. I don't know. Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
Everybody else does. Hey, Nikki.
Hi.
So,
How often can you share on a party? Just once?
they say that you can share if you share more than once. It only counts one time.
Mm.
So if you're sharing, a bunch of things, a bunch of items, You can share all those items, and each one of those is just going to count as one share, basically. I know, Dwayne, I'm crazy.
That was
I
the only
know it.
question I had.
Everybody else knows it. It's not a secret. So, okay, so a $10 item, they actually take 30%. Good reason to bundle stuff. Yeah, it's not actually 30%. It would be $2.95, right? It's just a flat fee of $2.95. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's the way it works.
Yes, it's me. I came on because she was lonely.
Aw,
I don't know how much help I can be, but I came up with
but
one question to ask.
almost. Oh, okay. It's almost 30%. Okay, you're right. I'm wrong. Yeah, I really do enjoy Posh. I really do enjoy that, and but like everybody says, it's hard to incorporate that into your daily, and that's what you have to do. You have to schedule it. Um, like today, I have actually been one row. I'll go and do one row of shares, and then go on and do my stuff, and then when I come back to the computer, if there's nothing going on, I'll do another one.
Takes a long time to do shares.
Yeah.
Feedback? Yeah, I do.
Deb, if you share at the end of the party, after it ends, it'll stay higher up on the page. Okay. Okay. Come here. Come here. You're okay. I heard something. People don't. Let's see. People do go in and shop the party after it ends, so they're more likely to see your item, right? Yeah. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. Do your share your closet. When right before the party's supposed to end, and then your stuff will stay up. You know, more people are probably going to see your stuff because it's going to stay up. Because like with the feed, I mean, it's gonna just like your Facebook feed. That thing is just going tick tick tick. And I mean, you list something and you're not gonna find it. For a while down the road because you're just not. It's it's going so fast. Let's see. Have you ever shared and then gone in to see your stuff? It moves down really fast. Yeah, yeah, I've done that. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Sharing at the end of the party, and then hopefully your stuff will be up at the top. Hi, Jolene. Hi.
Does costume jewelry sell on Poshmark good?
It does okay. I've actually had a lot better results with my jewelry on eBay.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I don't know why.
Do you put any of that jewelry on eBay or Etsy?
I have, I think I have two or three listings. Okay, Ringo, that's enough. Enough. Nobody wants to hear you.
I want to hear Ringo.
I knew you were going to say that. I was just waiting for you.
What Ringo has to say matters,
Yeah, yeah. Go lay down. You're fine. There's been a couple of not wild, but um, dogs without leashes,
Mm,
and so they've been kind of running around the neighborhood, and it
going
just,
crazy.
oh my gosh, it drives me nuts. Let's see. The bad thing about sharing at the end is that others may have already shared yours to the party, and then you're wasting your time. Yeah, but that's the thing is you never know. I mean, when it comes to parties, I try not to share. It sounds horrible, but I try not to share anybody else's closet. I try to focus on my closet. Um, because you never know who's sharing your stuff. So you need to share your stuff.
I have another question.
Well,
So
go.
if you share, you said that if you share your stuff to a party more than once, it only counts as one time.
Right.
Now, what if somebody shares your stuff and then you share your stuff?
It only counts as one time.
Mm.
Yeah, it just counts as once. So, so you're I mean, I think I can understand the reason why they do that because, otherwise everything would just get so,
People would flood the parties.
oh my gosh, because that's what a lot of people are doing. So I would say when the parties come up and you have stuff that is applicable, then you should share your stuff.
Because like last night when the kids party came on, I went on and I shared Joanna's kids, some of the kids stuff, and some
Hmm.
of Carol's kids stuff because I knew those two had kids stuff.
Right,
So I just wasted their time because if they went and shared all their stuff, because
right,
I don't have any kid stuff.
right.
So instead of helping them, I kind of hindered them.
Well, not really. I mean, you know. Tom says, how is shipping handled? So the seller or the buyer actually will they pay for shipping. Um, and it's up to 5 pounds and they get, it's $6.49. So that's built into the pricing. Now, us as sellers, we can give them a discount or we can actually give them free shipping. Um, and that's an option that the seller can do. Yep. Nikki is on the pit.
I just came on to help out my buddy. Yeah,
Right.
that's
It,
true.
it it never hurts to share, I mean, because you don't know who's sharing what at what time and
That's
all that. So that's why I just kind of do mine during the day, all of my shares, and then I try to do my closet. I try to do that, if there's anything that matches the party. Um, so Maggie, can you tell me your Posh again? It didn't save it in my likes. So, I think just, there might be all these algorithms and, ways of doing things, but I'd say, just keep sharing. I mean, it's not going to be all for nothing. And you don't know who's sharing what, if anybody's sharing your closet at the same time. So I would just do that.
Yeah,
Uh,
because even though it counts once, maybe the algorithm within Poshmark might see that as even if you're sharing more than once, and it only counts as once, but maybe the algorithm still counts it as activity.
sure. I mean, that sounds reasonable.
By the way, hi Mike. I saw you said hi.
So,
Game face.
but it is difficult, and especially, when you accumulate um, a lot of people that you're sharing, it does tend to get a little much because you're trying to. I need to write that down, Maggie, as I didn't get your plus size closet. Let me get that down. Plus
Hmm.
Plum Shop Plus. I like that. Okay. So yeah, Maggie Doodle has a plus size closet and a regular closet. So, and her plus size closet is her new one. So if you get a chance, go over there and like that, so she can get some love in her
Yeah.
plus size closet.
Plum Shop Plus. I'll go add it. Apparently, I didn't have that.
Yeah, and if you get a chance, put your closet in so we can get on the sharing list. Oh my gosh, Johanna! She sold a $1,000 hunting bow.
Holy shit! Way to go!
Woo! Cha-ching,
Wow,
cha-ching. That is nice.
that helps with bills. Way
Yes, definitely.
to go.
Congratulations. Some plus size love. Yeah. Uh, really,
I get
really.
all kinds of plus size love to give you.
Oh my gosh. I'll put mine in too. That's right. Plus size needs love too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Oh, and they just paid. Score.
Shantae, I love your picture of Poshmark, by the way. It's so cute.
I
With the
know I like it too. You cannot. There are no. I believe there are no cha-ching sounds on Poshmark.
mm.
If they do, and if you find out, I want to know because I love that sound. Um,
hmm
what's I gonna do here? So,
mm. I thought I added it to my likes, but it's not there. The Plum Shop.
hey there, Kathy. Sharky Mom Deals.
Why didn't I add it to my likes? Oh, I did. I just followed it. That's why. Dummy.
There's Carol D. Valerie said, Nikki, can you put your closet in to the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think, just I think that really does help. I think being able to share everybody's closet, I know it does help. Um, and I got out of it for so long. I'm sure people just kind of forgot about me because I was like non-existent. Um, but I'm gonna get back into it, guys. So you'll be getting some shares from me. Don't you worry. About how many pieces do you have on Posh? Oh goodness. I knew you were going to ask me that, Tom. Let me see. I can
There we
find
go.
I can find it better on my phone. Let's see.
I think I have 67. Yep,
Because
67.
it'll tell me if I go on there, it'll tell me I've got one amount, but they add your what is it, your sold and your listed items, and I don't like that. Let me get that for you. I couldn't even tell you to tell you the truth. Let's see. So I go to my Posh stats. So I have 443 listings on Poshmark.
I just looked at my closet and it showed me.
Right, but it's a combination of your sold and your listed. So that's a number that they give you on your closet.
Mm.
So 443, and I have 137 items that have sold.
Oh,
So not bad. Better than I thought it would be. Definitely. Let's see
I gotta
here.
find a place to buy clothes.
You might go and look at and see if there's anything like at a consignment store. Um, or something like that. They might have a sale, so it might, they probably have something like that in Duluth. I would
I have
suspect.
a I have a thrift store that does a bag sale at the last Wednesday of the month, so I was gonna maybe check that out.
I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I'll
Uh,
go clean the racks.
Tom says, last question. Do you have better luck selling clothes on Posh than eBay? I would say that my biggest seller of clothes is on eBay. I do sell clothes on Poshmark, but I still sell, even with that many listings, which isn't that much. I don't sell a whole lot
Mm.
of, um, I don't know why that is, but that's just I think sometimes what happens is, like, people will look at something on Poshmark, and I think they're on to the whole, increasing your price on Poshmark. So I think they go over to they find you on eBay
Oh yeah,
and look for the item, and that's where they'll buy it on there because it's a little bit cheaper.
yeah.
So, and it just kind of popped in my head also is they can, on Poshmark, there's no returns um on Poshmark. So they know that they can, there's usually returns on eBay. So that may, that may be something. And Kathy says, I know I sell more on Posh than eBay.
Huh.
So, I don't know. I mean, I think it's, you know, um, I don't really have an explanation for that. Oh,
Huh.
Tom, you are too. You could do that.
That junk lady.
Um, do you do returns on clothing or shoes on Poshmark? Yeah, actually, there's no returns. There has to be something very specifically wrong. It
Huh.
has to be an item that is, it actually goes to a team on Poshmark if you request a return. Right, it's not unless it's not as described. And sometimes those aren't even approved. They have to, approve it or not. So it's a process. Usually they won't do returns at all.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
Shantae has a question about Macari.
okay.
Who sells on Macari? I just started and I was wondering if I just lost it. I was wondering if the priority shipping option allows us to any priority box except express.
No,
No, not on, I don't think so on Macari.
no, no. That's a whole different animal there. So um,
Yeah, Shantae, this ain't Macari Pit. I'm just kidding.
um,
I'm just teasing.
yeah. It's different than Poshmark. So if you're gonna send priority, um, then you send it in a priority box or whatever box you can. But it's different. So yeah, I would definitely go on to the. I don't know a whole lot about. I've sold on Macari a little bit, but not enough to really know about that. So I would definitely look through the probably the facts and see if you can find anything like that. If you do eBay, you can do Posh. Posh is way easier. It is really easy. I mean, I would say somebody that was, working on Poshmark and going into eBay, I think it would be more difficult because eBay is a little more, difficult. So,
I think it's easier.
you know, but yeah, I mean, snap a couple of pictures, you know, bada boom, bada bang, and there you go. You know, you got a listing up. You don't have to do a whole lot with item specifics. Um, I know that sometimes it can be glitchy, but it's, I think it's easy. And like I said, I usually don't um, list there first. I usually cross list from eBay. So, because I definitely want to, give eBay the majority of my love because that's where the majority of my sales come from. But right. And always the way that I look, if you do eBay and you do Poshmark, the way that I look at the shares, yes, it is a lot. It's been a lot for me. But the way that I look at it is, how like promoted listings on not sales, but promoted listings on eBay. I feel like you're promoting yourself. So the more you share, the more you're promoting. The more you share your closet, the more you're promoting, and it's kind of like, and you don't have to pay for that, which is cool, you know. Uh,
Hmm.
so I like that, and the sky's the limit. I would say if I had a favorite saying, the sky's the limit is probably my favorite one because I love where there are no limits and you can do as much as you want or as little as you want, you know.
So as far as the Macari shipping goes, it goes 1 pound, less than 1 pound for priority, or for USPS is 425. So obviously that would be first class.
Mhm.
1 to 3 pounds is $8.
Mhm.
So I would assume if you put it in a priority box that is worth less, $8 or less, it would be okay. As long as you don't put it in a priority, as long as you don't go and put your 1 to 3 pound item in a large flat rate or
Mm,
you know what I mean? As long as the priority would cost less than $8, then it would be fine.
right.
3 to 10 pounds is $13. So uh, as long as, yeah, like I said, if it didn't go over $13 in a priority, then I would assume you could,
Come here.
because USPS don't care if you overpay for shipping. That's what I would think, anyways. It doesn't really specifically say anything about priority. So
Right. And that's the thing is they don't have, they've got a special deal just like Poshmark has a special deal with USPS. The clerk down there at the post office, she don't know about that.
I take that back. It says packet. If your label is for USPS priority mail, you can use the free priority mail boxes available at your local post office. Don't confuse them with USPS priority express boxes. They're different. It
There you
says,
go.
there you go. Let's go further.
Right. Also make sure that your FedEx is not checked on Macari because that is an option. Absolutely.
Here's
Um,
where I read the information. I'm going to put the link in the chat for you.
Ringo, that's enough. Um, actually, Tom has another question. He says,
He
"Does
can't
your
ask.
does your pay go straight to your checking account, or do you have to request it?" So what happens with Poshmark is you send the item, so it's paid for. It goes into a little holding account Ringo. So it goes into a little account and it's held there until the customer gets it. And they basically have to accept the item. So once they accept the item, they say, yeah, it's all good. I love it. Then they go in and they rate their experience, which is, 1 to 5 stars. And then they click that and all is well. Um, and then that releases your money. Once they click that rating system, it releases your money into an account, into your Poshmark account. And then you have to go in and physically redeem it for it to go to your checking account. So that's how it's done.
I don't think you can put it in a flat rate, Shantae, unless the flat rate box costs less than what the label was paid for. Otherwise, I would just go straight priority box. Because Macari has that all set up with the USPS. So for it to be flat rate, I would only put it in, like, if somebody paid you $8, you could put it in a flat rate envelope, padded flat rate envelope. I suppose you could do that because it's only, seven something is the full price for it.
Well, but you're not. That's the thing is you're not
Because the
as
label
long
would be for
as long
$8.
right as long as it's priority, it can go in any box. As
Not
long
the
as
flat
it's not,
rate though, I think.
yeah, you can do the flat rate.
Even if they only paid $8 and you threw it in a large flat rate box, that wouldn't work.
Yeah,
On Macari,
not. I don't know because they're going by. The thing is with them is they're going by what they're not going by USPS regular mail.
no.
They're making money on that deal.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would, but I do know people that put 50 pounds. I think it's 50. Is it 50 pounds for $30 or something like that through Macari? So they got deals going.
Yeah.
Um, I would say to email because I can't give you a definite answer on that.
Yeah.
If anybody, I know Chris Piles does a lot of
Yeah.
Macari.
I didn't see anything that said anything specific about flat rate, so yeah, I can't give you a definitive answer either.
Yeah. Yeah. Poshmark allows a flat rate. Yeah. Because they have a special deal, with USPS.
I have Chris on Facebook. I should message him real quick and see.
Yeah. That'd be great. Like Posh into an account until you request it. I actually like that because my money just goes into a little savings account until, I find something I want to buy. And then I don't, that's a good thing too, is I don't have to take it out of my money. I can just use my Poshmark money for that. So it kind of works out. Or if I want to save up to go somewhere or whatever, you know, I have that little stash of money. So it's always good to have a stash. A stash. Not a mustache, but unless you're working on that. You can use any store name that you want. I used something different. To use the same store name as you do on eBay. I use something different. I change it up a little bit. So I use VZ Closet or V's Closet.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize it was that.
Yeah, I mean it's simple, and like over on eBay, it's Run Around Sue. So I have all kinds of names. Just not cinnamon. Thelma Thrift says Thelma's another Macari person. I like to pay my own shipping on Macari because I can offer it free and it's a little less. There you go. That is true.
I
So
haven't got an answer yet from Chris. So
okay.
said he wasn't on since for 2 hours, so he may not get back to me right away.
Yeah. But we can ask Thelma because she does do a lot of Macari. So ask her.
Yeah, well, answer the question, lady.
So what is the question?
The question was if someone if you can or can you ship on Macari flat rate? Or does it have to be in a regular priority box because it's a priority? Because it's shipping priority. Does it have to be in just a regular priority box, or can it be in flat rate?
Okay.
Are not for flat rate. There it is. Just the standard priority boxes. Okay.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Okay. So I was wrong. Nikki, you were right. Okay. I'll give you that one.
Well, I would assume now I would assume if you got like $8, you could put it in a padded flat rate because it's less it
Right.
costs less to send that um because USPS is not going to send it back if you put too much shipping on it.
Right.
They're fine with that.
Right.
But yeah, if it's a uh $8 one and you can't put it in like a large flat rate or something.
Right. Well, that's good.
Hi, Beth.
Shantae says my grandmother always had what she called mad money. I didn't know what it meant until I was grown. She didn't argue with my grandpa but when she was mad at him, she would just go spend that money.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Speaking of stashes.
Mm-hmm. I bought my Walking Dead Wii U game with my little bit of money I had on Macari, and I still have $1.95 balance on Macari.
Wow.
I should go buy something.
Yeah. Let's see. Beth says having camera issues here. Took me 4 takes to do a soul video. Darn it! That's what I forgot today. Forgot
Uh,
my mail call. I was gonna do it after the show, and yeah, too many things on the list.
yeah, too many irons in the fire.
I'll tell you what. But I make a list of pretty much everything that needs to get done, not just the daily things.
Yeah.
I make a list of, from taking care of the leaves outside, mowing the lawn to, listing and doing the dishes and cleaning the kitchen. And I do all of that. And then I basically just transfer it over. Whatever doesn't get done, I put that over to the next day and then add some more. So
So are you doing the 6 list like Crazy Picker Life?
kinda something like that. Kinda. Um,
It seemed to be working.
yeah.
Well, apparently not. You didn't do your what sold video today. Oh, it scared the shit out of me.
Well, it wasn't on my list.
Oh. Doesn't help if it's not on the list, right?
Oh my gosh.
I should do lists because I have a terrible memory lately.
I need to write that down actually. Uh,
Write that down.
mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I mean, from I don't know, 15, 20 things, I got what, 5 done? So, it kind of keeps me just kind of grounded and lets me know, what's going on and everything. So it's good. Dwayne says Nikki has her thug life gloves on. Watch out.
That's right. Get you. I'm gonna give you the beat down. Give you the beat down with my arthritis gloves. My hands hurt too bad to punch anybody, so you're safe. Mhm.
Hi, Nissa. Yeah, she said you can't use express boxes. Yep, and that's on Poshmark, but I'm sure that's probably still on Macari too. So
Tim says, you ever make a list on your list?
yeah, no, I don't do. But just little things. They can be little things. Oh, did you see that?
What?
There's a new movie coming out.
What?
I like I like Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, I
I
love
like
Sylvester Stallone.
He's got a new one coming out, Creed 2.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And I like boxing.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. I just seen Adrian. Adrian!
Good, good. We better not quit our day jobs.
Uh,
Voiceovers are not our thing.
yeah,
Watch that. I like Sylvester Stallone.
yeah, I do too. I like the first one that he did, the Creed 2 or Creed 1. Or Creed, I guess it's called.
Creed, yeah.
Tom, oh my God, Valerie needs to be on some ADD meds. Well, you know why I do that, right? Because I'm like, if I don't say it, if I don't say it when it pops in my head, I will lose it. It's like gone. Like it comes so quick, as quick as it goes. So that's why I do that. ADD.
ADD.
But yeah, I mean, so we got some good stuff covered tonight, and there's a couple of people that are still finding needing information or learning how to do it and do Poshmark and everything's Misha and just trying to find some different ways or the way that everybody else does. So it's good that I came on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nikki, for joining me. I don't.
Well,
I know. I know. Carol said that she wasn't able to come on, but
um,
so I was like, well, I'll just wing it.
she's been pretty busy lately
Yeah.
with her husband and painting her house, and she's got the weight of the world on her shoulders right now.
Right. But I just thought, well, I'll just come on and let my let my mouth do the talking and
Yep.
see what happens. Sometimes that gets me into trouble, so I hope that wasn't the case tonight. But oh, Michelle says Posh Pit from my drive home. Hey, Michelle.
Most of the time, if you just come on,
Hmm.
you'll be all right. People just the
Yeah.
chat will help you through it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, if we didn't have the chat, we wouldn't have a show.
Mm-mm.
So, well, Tom, yeah, you need to make some decisions on that. Definitely.
Well, Tom, do you sell a lot of clothes?
I don't think he does.
Oh,
I think he just got them. I don't know.
oh, he says I have a lot of clothes out of storage units.
Yeah.
Some Ranza stuff needs to be sold or go to Goodwill. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Why don't you just list them, Tom?
Yeah.
Make that money.
Even if I my sister is I don't know what to call her. It was my sister's ex-boyfriend's girlfriend. Anyways, Um, weird situation, but anyways, she's she was like family to us.
Okay.
Well, the boyfriend went out with my sister for many years, and he was like part of the family. Well, then when he took on a new girlfriend, I guess she kind of became part of the family too. They all got along, so that's all that mattered. Anyways, she had 2 kids. She was heavy set. And she used to go on eBay and buy, like, yes, that's what I said to her. Once you're in my family, you're always in my family.
Oh my gosh.
anyways, um, anyways, uh, she used to buy boxes of clothing on eBay. She would find them just her size, and she was happy as a lark. She'd get these huge boxes full of clothing, and she'd just be so happy. So I mean, you could do something like that, Tom. Put everything in separate piles of what sizes and take pictures. Just take a picture of all of them, and
Yep.
you could sell them like that too. Then you don't have to deal with
Yeah.
you know. It's okay. We like drama too. Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Because once you're in my family, you're always in my family. So that's and my sister and her ex-boyfriend, they still loved each other. As a matter of fact, they died a week from each one. He died. My sister died a week later.
Aw.
Yeah. There's only one way out of the Bauer family. That's actually my Italian side. Once you're in the family, you're always in the family.
Yeah. There's only one way out of the Bauer family.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean that that would be a good thing, is if you could list them, and but also I mean, we come across clothing all the time, and maybe somebody that could use maybe their house burnt down.
Hmm.
Maybe you could donate, um because I know it's so easy just to take that stuff to the thrift store and donate it, but really, if you can help someone and you
Yeah.
can make a difference in their life, then I would rather do that than
That's
just,
true.
send it to, the thrift store and let them, deal with it. So,
I did that. On Facebook, I had a pair of snow pants that I was going to give to Tara and Jim, but they're moving south, so he doesn't need them anymore.
right.
Um, and so they're just basic edition. So I figured, well, they're really not going to sell for nothing. And so instead of running them to the thrift store, they're like brand new. And so instead of taking them to the thrift store, I went on my Facebook and I said, "Hey, I got this pair of pants. It's this size. First person to say they want them will get them."
Yep.
And as a matter of fact, the woman who hit my husband's truck,
Oh,
everything's weird with me. The woman that hit my husband's truck and took forever for her to pay us $50 for the damages, she's actually the one who asked for them.
oh my gosh.
Hmm. But
Oh
they're a
my,
very poor family, so I guess it's going to help them out. Because the woman is like the mother of one of my youngest daughter's friends, so
right.
that's why she's on my Facebook, because Amanda was too young to be on Facebook. And so they would talk to each other through our accounts on Facebook.
Yep.
Hmm.
Tim, he says, I have a hard time selling clothing because I don't like measuring them. And
Hmm.
Valerie says, I don't measure mine, Tim. I just put it in the listing, put the listing in, and if they email me asking for measurements, then I'll email it back to them. And a lot of people do it that way.
Night
You know,
Shantae.
huh?
I just said night Shantae. She was leaving.
Night, Shantae. So, that's everybody has their own way of doing things, and there's no,
Mhm.
I would say that there's no right or wrong, whatever way you want to do it. That's the way you run your business. you know. And if you hate to measure, then that may be the way to go, you know.
I'm not much of a clothing seller, and it's really not that big of a deal to measure.
It's not. I put it in my eyes item specifics on eBay, and I just put it in there, and um I just add it. Shoulder to shoulder. I do 3 measurements: shoulder to shoulder, chest, and collar to hem. That's it.
You don't want to know what the initiation is doing.
Gosh. Oh gosh.
You
Yeah.
can be part of my family. We take
That's a
everything.
loaded question right there. I can only imagine. I don't even know, and I know it's loaded. So
Everybody can be part of my family.
there you go.
All my nephews, when they were in high school, all their friends called me Auntie Nikki. They all came to our family functions because most of them really didn't have family.
Hmm.
They were from broken homes or whatever, and they just had single moms or whatever. So they just loved coming to our family doings, because it was my mom, my dad, my brother, his wife, me, and my husband. It was, and the whole family was together. Yeah, you do. So I have to marry your cousin's ex-boyfriend's new girl.
New girlfriend's daughter. Oh my gosh. And Jennifer, she had a good comment. I would rather measure first and avoid unnecessary questions later.
Yeah,
Exactly. I mean that it just depends on what you're willing to accept.
yeah.
If you don't want any questions, then you're going to put everything that you can in there. If you don't
Hmm.
care if you get a question here and there, then you can do. That's the beauty of this whole thing. You can do it however you want to, as long as you follow the rules. You can do
Hmm.
it however you want to.
Yeah,
And everybody does it different. And there's, in that sense, there's no wrong way. So let's see.
LOL, Tom.
I talk about Nikki, and a friend asked, "Who is this Nikki?" I said, "She's a crazy Yankee cousin." Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
see, when you get a big inventory, like when I had over 2,000 items, the last thing I wanted was somebody to ask a goddamn question.
Hmm.
So I try to put as much information in that listing as possible. I mean, my listings are short. I don't have very good listings, but I try to think of what people will ask for. I mean, you don't need to go into like, I mean, you don't have to get crazy, but I mean, basic questions. You want
Hmm.
to make sure all the basic questions are taken care of.
Hmm.
And how you guys, I mean, it just gives me a headache thinking about having all these gosh darn pairs of jeans that you have to go through to figure out which one they want measurements of and dig through all those clothes to look for it. I mean, it gives me a headache when I think about you guys going through all that. I would definitely do measurements when you do the listing.
Yeah. But this is the case. This happens to me all the time. Somebody will say, "I do measurements on my all of my clothing, all of my jeans, everything. Everything has listings or measurements."
Yeah.
But I get the question, "Can you please send measurements?" Well, it's
Oh,
in the listing. It's
yeah.
in the listing. So I get my phone, I go into the message, I go into the listing, I take a screenshot
Hmm.
of the measurements, and then I send them a message and say, "Here you go." And I put that little picture in the message, and there you go. So I don't have to dig anything out because I know that, those measurements are in there.
Yeah.
So, it does make it a lot easier. Um, you don't
Yeah.
have to do a whole bunch of measurements. I do 3. That's it. That's,
Yeah.
if you want anything else, then, that's an extra,
Hmm.
something extra, but it usually doesn't happen. Joanna says, "I used to not do measurements, but since I've started listing measurements for all my adult clothing, it sells faster and for a better price." Exactly. That's one of the reasons why I do it is because um they'll come upon your item and they see that there's no measurements. They're just going to go back, they're going to go on with their search.
especially fat people. I don't want to buy anything on eBay that I don't think is going to fit me.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a harder time fitting into stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to make sure that thing's going to fit.
Right.
And we have to make sure it's not coming from China.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. My poor dad in that Santa City bought last year. I think, like I said, it would probably fit Maggie Doodle.
Oh my
He
gosh.
ordered a 3X, and yeah, it probably would have fit Maggie.
Oh my gosh. Aw. Yeah, Beth. You know how tempting that is not to say you idiot. Just look at the listing. Yeah.
Oh.
But I'm I have been blind once or twice and not, look through things and
Well, she uses the color wheel.
yeah, Valerie says, or they would ask the question anyways about the item. Is that like an orange or a red orange or orange red or red red?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and vintage clothing sizes are so different from today's sizes. Oh, definitely.
yeah, they are. They are definitely. All right, guys. It was a good show. Thank you, everybody, for
Yeah.
coming on. And we will see you in the morning, Tuesday morning,
Mhm.
for the morning show.
Yep.
We'll see you at
Bye.
8 on the dot.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.